Hello. This is the presentation for my MVC application, and my application it's MVC Person Manager, and it's a pretty simple one. So what I have for this application, I have a person controller, I have a person model, and a person manager just to manage the database. Um, so this is my constructor for my model on my person. I got my required fields, which is my person ID, and then I have my first name, last name, the require. For that, I use the system component model and data annotations. So that way, it has to validate that the user actually um, input something so they can log in later. And here is my person controller. Um, For this, I actually had to declare the data context so I can save the information into a database. I got my index, and this will actually take us to, if I go to the view, it will take us back to the view. And here I'm using the MVC Person Manager models and INumerable, so I can display the list of users that have saved their information. I had this title just to test it out earlier, but what it is more important is my table right here, which I got my table, and these will actually display the first name, last name, address, and all the information of the users. Um, so in order for me to get all the information, all the users that the database has, I used a for each loop, and I went over to all the persons in the person class, uh, and got to get the information displayed right here. This is also my person manager database context, and here's where all the process happens in order for the data to be saved and stored in the database. So I got the data set up as a person for the constructor, and then I have the person controller, which it will get and save the new context into the database, passing it through the data context variable. Also, the what I have right here is the person controller, and here is the code used for us to display the view of the person, and this is the process to add a new person. And I also have this, the one that posts or saves it to the database. So if I go to the view right here, this will take me to this page, the add person.cs HTML, and I'm using the model, the MVC Person Manager model and person, which is this one, So it refers to the person manager, and then it jumps to the model right here, and then it jumps to the person right there. So that's how it identifies. Right, so my person controller, I'm sorry, not my controller, my view. I have to go back. There you go. Right, that's how it gets the process. So you get the model, how it would do, the controller, what it would do, and then the view, which is this one. So I actually designated some labels and stuff like that for the user to add their information, and I will show it in a minute. I got my label for the model, and then model down last name, class, form control. and so on. And then I got my button right there. Alright, what am I missing? The delete person. This is the view of my delete view. And if I go to the person controller, I have my process right here. These would delete the person from my database, basically. So if I click right here, then I go to the view, it will take me to the delete CS HTML view form. And here's my process using the HTML begin form. And then the submit value, which it will have like a button, a link to delete the user, and then it will ask if you're sure to delete this person. So I think I'm not forgetting nothing right there. So this is my home page. I didn't do anything special because I was running out of time. But if we click on the add person, it will redirect us to the input page, which is
Yo pensé que iba a ser en tu escuela.
I'm sorry, but my computer is kind of slow, but it's redirecting us to the add person page. And I will show it to you in just a second once it loads. Sorry, it's kind of slow. Alright, finally. So this is it. This is my add person page. Very simple. But I will add some information right now. And then now I will submit it. I actually add a breakpoint here just to try to make sure that the information is being saved. Right, so but once the user submits the information, it's gonna get a process and it's gonna send it to the database. So like I said, once the user enters their information and hit submit, if I step forward a little bit, then the information will be displayed right here. So see, once the information is submitted, it will get it posted, and then it will be parsed right here. Person ID will give it 0 since it's just the first one, the phone number, name, and everything. And that will add the person to the database. But unfortunately for me, that's all I have so far. Got the edit. I haven't worked on the view, but like I said, running out of time, so that's all I have to share. Thank you.